Good evening friends and welcome to den traditionella bondedemokratin. And what is it now? Is it 2017, I think. Cheers. We're still here. We are, and we can't give up on den traditionella bondedemokratin now, can we? The loading time is becoming quite something though. Isn't it? Come on then. Yes, for some reason it's a tradition this to start with the loading screen. And the main theme, of course, is what else? Would you? Come on then. Thank you. Yes, good evening friends and welcome and cheers. We built a pollution monitoring station here. You should have a look, but there is also, look, there are brownouts in Polochevo, but there are no brownouts here. No, here it's good. The church is a very bad building to select. Here it is very bad. Yes. And that would be for a very simple reason. I've not checked this, but I'm pretty sure that there is only one substation. Should we look at the pollution first? Yes, we should. Where did it go? I think there's like 3 pollution monitoring stations around here, because I always, it's a bit, but it's not that bad. But one would assume though that this fabric thing, well, the clothing ought not pollute a whole lot, but the fabric thing ought to pollute quite a bit. Well, yes, it ought to, but then again, water is excluded from the simulation here from the world. Yes, except that it exists like so. Other than that, it's not part of the simulation, and that's a very good choice. To not anyway. There's like one power substation. Here there is one, apparently. This one is not really having any problems, but yes, this one it would be. 1.1 megawatts during the day. And what sort of wire do we have running to? Okay then. Yes, I'm afraid. What is this? You know, this is what you call legacy. This, yes, it goes to here. Well. And then there also goes, there is something here. Oh, that's the one. Where the hell did I go? I found this thing. That's also, one of those. That's not enough for Polochevo anymore. And what are we going to do here? We need, we do have a proper hookup to here. But, I mean, if you want to change this out, yes, we cannot simply tear this down. They will be out without electricity for, I wonder if they'll survive. Being without electricity until, and what would happen? We now have 4,355. Yes, let's try and remember. Comfortably above 4,000. 4,000 and quite a bit, and then it happened that the electrical thing was cut off. And if I want to use the same switch here, which we certainly do, then it's going to. There's only one thing for it. You know what one could do whilst one's at it here. Yes, the whole town is now without electricity. Almost the whole town. Such is it. One trick, if there's one trick I've learned, is that it is the roads that take time here in construction. And therefore we use a mud path for this bit so they don't have to bother with that. Right, and there. And now we need to remove a whole lot of... it was not that much. Oh, it was quite a little bit. Take the fattest one, we got 2.35 megawatts. That ought to last them a bit. Very well placed, this substation, I have to say. It's just that it's a bit difficult to get the power line to. How did the other one go? It went through here, I think. Yes, but this one might have slightly different, requirements as to where it is placed and such. But this, I think will do it. There we go. Very nice. Very nice indeed. It's quite a heavy-duty power line going through town. Yes, but in reality, this will be buried. But we would need this kind of magnitude. Start construction. Please, quickly. Yes. 138 workers without job. Building is now power supply. 181 citizens currently without power. Okay. Yes, and if we look at the town hall, it doesn't work without electricity now, does it? No. But there is also not enough accountants. But 4,300 before this, and you see, they're already getting grumpy, and they've been without electricity for what now, like 2 days. Well, they're still very, very happy, but it goes down quickly. You have to be a little bit tougher than that, you can't be so grumpy just because there's no electricity. And this is one of the problems that happens, yes, is that the shop works at a much, much, much slower rate. And we're already at the limit as it is regularly. This is not not good. The hospital also works, but much slower. That's about it, I think, what works. This thing still not enough accountants anyway. But and here there are 120 workers without job. Right. 42 workers can't work because there's no kindergarten, you say. I don't think that there's that many jobs available needed but then again, if kindergarten is what you want, then kindergarten is what you get. No, we'll get this going. Right here behind the fire station and the town hall, that ought to provide plenty of entertainment, and so it is not possible to get what you're thinking. This is a big thing. As here, maybe. Here ought to work, but you can't build it to infrastructure. Will that be the footpath, maybe? Because if that's the case, then perhaps we don't have quite such a large problem after all. I don't know. It's education, for babies, for toddlers and things like that. Cannot build it, and it's not one of those that's going to allow me to. No, it's not. But this is certainly fixable. Yes, this is quite fixable. It will be on a bit of a hill here. Not a hill, but a bit of a... Don't cut that, damn it. I cut down the power line. Yes, and that's not good, because that's not for the... Okay, what is that for then? It's this one, isn't it? Yes. Oh, that's for iron. No, iron still has iron has redundant electricity. Of course it does. This is just this is not that important. But this one is very important, because the the asphalt plant also has electricity. What's the matter? Why is this even here? Did I cut down the most useless power line ever? It has to do something. There has to be some building that is only connected to this one. The hospital, for example. No. I don't know what it's for then. It's for redundancy, I suppose. If we do this and then we get everything that is within reach, and well, instead of doing this, maybe we should get going on fixing it. Yes, and here's the thing: we can either tear down the whole thing and build it again, or we can call in some foreigners to do the job for us here. And I think we're going to go with that option, you know, with the foreign experts, you know, the consultants, to help us rebuild this power line. Because we don't have the means to do it. We don't have the means to fix this. We just have the means to tear it all down and build it over again. And it doesn't really feel like something that we want to be doing here, does it? No. But the kindergarten is what we want here, around somewhere. Yes, now we have plenty of space for the kindergarten here. And mud road for the kindergarten. Yes, that will be upgraded in time, perhaps if we... No, that's a gravel thing. No gravel, not such fancy. They get fancy here, and here's where everyone will be coming anyway. It's only if there is a fire will they go here. Maybe not. Kindergartens doesn't have parking spaces. No, that means that a fire or emergency vehicle can get to the building, yes, on one of these footpaths. But if there is a parking space available, then such as any other building, except residential, but such as the hospital here, parking space, shop, parking space, etc. Then they need a street, you know, proper road connection to get on there. And maybe we should reconnect this, not forget about it. Yes, the foreigners want $80,000 and we have 180 million. Or 66,000 rubles and we have 784,000. I will go with the rubles. Yes. There we have it. What? Right, that didn't do anything, really. Now we'll see at night here when... now we can also see the electrical wire here. When it is dark we can see it. Okay, yes, very good. It actually lights up really nicely. That's very helpful with the power line. Yes, if it was this noticeable in the daytime, it would be... this means that you have to do electricity by night if you want to find a problem with something that hasn't been built, for example. But, you know, if you could get going on this, you are getting going on this, it's going great. You're about to be done. But this couldn't have been building this from the other direction as well. No, this is a GT substation. This is a footpath substation. A GT, it's a mod, and it's not that far of a stretch to... They're done with the switch. That's too far of a stretch to imagine that it would, you know, be possible to just have a footpath, as it is called here, and still be able to get. Yes, you could. To get steel to build this, you back in the truck in here, you know, right next to the church is no problem at all. Because it's completely barren here. Why is it barren? Should we not have some bit of pine in town here? Not too much, but a few. Don't do it too much then. No, that's enough. The resources is already building. Fantastic. They are They were quite quick on this case. Where is it? Here they are. Oh, the crane has arrived. Now it's, like done in no time at all, this. Yes, we really have become experts in this construction business. I have to say. Yes, and what's going on here? We have what's going on? What's going on is that we're building this power line, and now it's finished, and electricity is restored to Polochevo. Could we now get to see the stats? What happened? Nothing. They did get less happy and less satiated. If this had gone on for any amount of time, terrible things would have happened. But now there's still a queue because it's a backlog. Isn't it about the same amount of people in the shop as it was? Yes, it's the same amount of people, but that's not the point. The point is that the transaction is a whole lot quicker with the electricity. That's how it is. Yes. So the queue should be diminishing. Is it diminishing? A lot of people are hungry at the moment, and one shop for a town of one small shopping center is for a town of, what was it again, 4,370. It is a bit on the thin side, yes. And building a second shopping center, that enables the town to expand. But there's some infrastructure is in the way. But there's certainly less infrastructure in the way in this direction than there is this direction. Over here, because over here there are plenty of many things, and it's nasty stuff. Here's the food industry. It's not that nasty. It's just a little bit nasty. And we can basically build to the railroad track here. Not quite here, but here ought to be fine. Okay. I suppose we're doing that. What is this for? This electricity. This is very, very important electricity. We cannot turn this off. That will not work out. And you only have one? No, you have three. Food factory. How many do you have? One. But it's not this one, so that's fine. But the food factory only has one. Okay then. Yes, this ought to do fine. We could probably rearrange this wire. Where does it go? It goes to the transformer. Very nice. Are you sure it's that one? By the way, it's no, it's not. It's this one. And that is, yes, it's. What the hell is happening here? Yes, it is this one. Yes. And then it crosses over, and then it crosses over again. Yes, so it crosses over twice. Does it not? Yes, it does. Very, very, very intuitive, this. I have to say. The person who designed this was really having good luck with the brain activity. Indeed. But no, we are removing all of it, Yes, remember. We just have to be careful around here. Right. Apparently we're expanding on Polochevo for some reason. Yes, it drew the attention here. Where do you want to put this instead? We need to get to the transformer, which is down there, and we don't want to get in the way of the plans of the future of Polochevo, and this would be Polochevo West. Yes, West, Polochevo West. This what will be. Where did it go? It's here. This one is the one you want to fix. And it's the one that you broke. And this might not seem completely intuitive to be doing it like this. But since that infrastructure and that is the houses here, yes, they're already in place and therefore will not disturb future developments. Here we might well want to be putting a street in, Come to think of that. Yes. We'll just plan in a little bit here. Plan in, we can get them started on it. That's why not very friendly. We're doing this, so we need to get by. Swing out here. Swing out, yes, we swing out, and then we connect that one to the thing there, and that this will be very quick to construct. You will see. You should have done this. One should have done this as a mud path and then upgraded it in one swoop. Saves a whole lot of. Okay, but it only did it in 2. Anyway. Maybe it doesn't save anything then to do the mud. I don't know. Only about 1,000 hours in this game now, so who might say how it works and things. But no, it's not quite 1,000 hours yet, according to the Steam. It is. What is it? No, there is still a bit to go. There is still a little bit to go before we are there. There we have it. It's now some. Yes, that was not the street was just a placeholder, really. This was the thing. That's what it's invisible since this daytime. And why is it not? What is this? Did I not finish it? No, I didn't. That's correct, and I'm not entirely certain that this is safe to just leave like this and connect on to. Maybe it would work. Might even be quicker to do it that way because they might build from both directions. I should not have removed it. We shall do it again. Come on. I should apparently do this again too. Yes, there's a building in the way. You cannot get the wire over the houses, however short the buildings are, and however much you'd want to. There's a building in the way. How did I? There was not a building in the way, apparently. Yes, about here is where we were. No. We will be infrastructure in the way if we do that. We go this way. Here we go. This is much better. Out of mind, at least. Not out of sight, maybe, but out of mind. Yes, something like that. 500,000 rubles worth of electrical thing. Yes, but this didn't seem to do very much, now did it? The meat industry is fine, the food industry is fine, it's the clothing industry, yes, the clothing industry. What was the point of this? This is now without power supply. This, that's not okay, and that one. But the food warehouse still have power. Okay. It was this has electricity too. And it's very annoying that vehicles will not go to a place, to a gas station when there's no fuel. They won't go there. But when there is fuel and no electricity, they will still go and wait. And what is this bus doing here? You have just parked here. Yes, you have just parked here. For how long have you been sitting here? You don't have a workplace or depot, and you don't have a line. You just parked at the gas station, I suppose. I don't know what's up with it, but it's there. It is. It is parked, I suppose. So we'll have to deal with it somehow, won't we? Yes, we'll have to find either find work for it, or park it up in the old depot's place. But why not put it to work? There are probably plenty of lines around here that could use another one, vehicle workers at Atom Fuel. Coal worker. Yes, coal worker. Sounds like a good thing, for example. Where do you get from? Alvaret. There are 184 workers waiting here. Yes, we could certainly take more. Set line to vehicle. Indeed. To this one. Yes, view it. There you have it. Are you... you're still stuck. Okay, could we get you going to a depot maybe then? A road vehicles. This is a road vehicles. No, you just won't. Well, I suppose it is parked then, isn't it? Yes, it is parked. We can name it. Yes, until further notice, Tills vidare. But there we have it. Yes, this road construction is running without issues. How is this is more important than the road, I think. Even though I can't really figure out. Yes, it's used for that one. And this won't work without electricity. I'm pretty sure. No. And that means, in turn, then, that the distribution of fuel here will suffer. But luckily they are set to keep them high. All of them, hopefully. Mechanics or engineering medium distribution office. Okay. You know what one should have done here, if one would have thought ahead a little bit, would have been to build a switch and get, because we're going to need electricity here. And this, I think, is a very good place to get it. It's not like the what's going on here? Your digger is out for a drive. No, the steel industry is still online. Coal industry is online. I don't know what this does. Is it this one? Yes, okay, so it does the wood industry, but yes, here concrete. No, but you have electricity. You don't. You do. Yes, it really is of very little concern. This is what it is. But should we get going on the the expansion? Maybe. I think we should. And with the new switch in place, maybe, or we could take it off here. There is here, but it's pointing the wrong way. Of course, it's pointing the wrong way. Why did I build it like that? I don't know, but that's the what we did, and that's where we'll eventually take the electricity from. So here, first of all, we need a second one of these shops. Yes. Have it straight in the middle and see. Yes, why not? Is there something interesting available maybe? Here, let's see. Shop. Kaufland is not the shopping center we tried. What's this? It's in Cyrillic. I cannot read, Cyrillic. But I suppose from the picture here, this has yes, this is well, this has food and meat too. It's very, very small. That's what it is. And it can store 12 tons of food. No, that's quite overpowered for its size. What's this? 12 tons of food? You only do food. Okay. That's so. It is even more Cyrillic. 35 tons of food. Yes, that's the one we have in... No, that's not the one we have in Husqvarna. This is something else. But this is very large. This looks like more like a tower block than a shopping center. Yes, maybe it is supposed to be one of those. Yes, of course, but it doesn't work as a residential building. So it's that would be really cool if we could have that, because that's a very central part to at least to many parts of the world. Really, yes. Apartment buildings on top of little shops and things, commercial and residential mixed. Yes, you can't do that in SimCity. And neither here, obviously, apparently. And this is too large. But, and this is the one we have in Husqvarna. So this is too small. Well, and this only has food. Okay, we're going with old, trusted, small shopping center. Yes. There was a time when this did not exist in the game. Remember? Yes. In the middle, we said. Yes, in the middle. There. Maybe. Yes, shall we try and be a bit clever? I'm having a thought, of doing like, we do a bit of mud here. Why? I'm thinking that we can build the streets, but then we could just as well do it properly from the start. Why? Yes, it got made as such a thing. If you want as few nodes, or what you call them, as possible here for them to fiddle with when building, yes, as close as possible, and then we take off a little bit. There, something, isn't that? That's not quite what we'd want. Yes, if you're wondering why there are certain pauses here, it's because the display system is messing with me something awfully today. It is very, very intermittent right now, and sometimes it's even more off than on, which makes things quite difficult. And this is a bit further out. Come on. Yes, that didn't sound good. I cannot see. There it's back. For a fleeting, it's black now, not now. As you can see when I hold the where I don't move. You're not going to get any better than this. Come on. Get on with it. But we don't want to be building out there anyway. We want to build to about here. Yes. So that's a shop. And we're going to need... We have 2 kindergartens here, but they are probably full. No, there are very few. No, there aren't very few. The staff is limited to 3. That's very old thing. Yes, we should get going. This bit of street here is $3.2 million. It's very expensive. It's a good thing that we are self-sufficient. Yes, but what else do we need? Well, should we do some residential tower blocks? Yes, tower blocks. It's the way to do it, you know. It's quick and efficient. But prefab panels are in short supply at the moment. Bricks, everything is in short supply. You know that goddamn palace of Soviets. It's taking very much all of the resources at the moment. So this is a bad place to be building since they don't have a local buffer. Anyway, what we should get is the one of the headquarters of Communist Party. No. A school. Yes, I think a school, because we have tended to underestimate the requirement. Yes, we have one there. There's one over there, and we'll definitely want a school here somewhere. Way out here. Yes. No, not way out there, but about here? About here. About here. Yes, about here. Can't build due to infrastructure. Yes, we're trying not to pre-flate this already completely flat this, so we don't need to do such things. Yes, kindergarten as well, but they can be on the very much the outskirts here. Need flat terrain, you say? That should be put. Can't need flat terrain. You have flat terrain. Too steep of a descent. Too steep of a descent. I can see that. You know, if you would have put this on more of this level, I think you'd find it a lot more easy. You know. But it will be on quite a severe hill. And since, you know, footpathing is height sensitive nowadays, damn it. Will this be enough space for a kindergarten, you think? It's not a residential building. It's a kindergarten. It's just education, of course, for the kinder. Why is it possible to build with a street connection and not without? Well, fine, we'll have it with. We should accept that planned in all of this. Damn it, that will it ruined my plans. I wanted to plan it in or click it in, you know, to get it going in all one swoop, and thereby reducing the amount of things here to a minimum. And then by that, then maybe, just maybe. Okay, you don't want to be building the street right there. You want to be building Do you want to have a street here even? What's the point? I don't know. We just like building this nowadays. It would seem like. Yes, and this would be luxurious. They will have like some sort of what should I call it? A sports playground, bassin. No, they'll not have a bassin. The table tennis table, no gymnasium sport, but this is very nondescript. It works very well. It does work very well. And it is 2017. We have gyms at this point. Yes, we do. A gym. Should we now get a place for people to live, maybe? I think we should see what's available. I think I might have been clicking around, in the workshop. No. What do we have? School. Residential is what we want, what you're looking for. And Leningrad case is not new, No, I think it's about the same as ever. Vlykta, yes, I have all of these. I don't know what is this old 5-story thing. 5 stories? Okay. I don't know about those 5 stories. They might be a little, the roof height might not be quite what we want. There we go. 96% quality of flats, of course, but this is not packing them in quite so tightly as you would like to do. How did we come to doing this? I don't know. But we did, and here we are. And now we're doing this. As we're building out the town. Why didn't you want to get citizens? Not quite that many. Maybe, but a bit. Yes, we have plenty. We have 1,800 adult children. So we want to get a few of them just moved around a bit and mix the genes up a bit. It might be good for them, So residential, another one. Yes, we'll have one of these on the end here. Get citizens, but we'll have this set to much less. Like a very, very few. No, not that few, but quite few. Quite few, not quite a few, but quite few. Yes. There you have it, and what? Here? No, is it really the way you'd want it? No, I suppose the way you'd want it is like here, and about here. But it's too tight, screw this. Yes, it is too tight. Let's go to here. Quality of flats, 91%. It will have to do. Or could we get? Maybe we could get one of these nice ones in here. I think it will be possible. At some, yes, there it is. It is very close to the other one, and you won't get a footpath on or in or anywhere near. Oops, but no, the problem is here, you see. That's not possible to traverse. It's too tight. We're not doing it that way. Why do you want to be so far away from the street here? And it's flat. It's simply too close. Yes, it needs that much space. Okay, give up on this maybe and move on. Yes, I think we're moving on. We're putting one here. And one here. And we need a street through here too, Yes, we're doing that too. That's too. We're doing what's going on up there. There's a traffic jam due to a construction vehicle being stuck. We cannot have it. I mean, this is a bit. The school here. It is just a figment of the imagination so far. But what's going on here? Is it the case perhaps that you have screwed up, or that you want to enter here, but this one is stuck, so it doesn't work? Yeah, go away. And now there is no gravel. Now there are workers, but now there is no gravel. Fine. We'll see what happens with that one. It might be a case where we have to again call in the foreign consultants. No. How far do we want? How long do we want this? About out to here. There's not much space there. Maybe we should instead. We don't want it this far long out. This far. No, we want it about here. Or even to about there. Yes, I'm very indecisive today for some reason. Or indecisive. It's just that it's going slowly. We're taking it. There is not even a point to this town, you know. It's just to grow the population at this point. Really? Yes, that's about it. Okay, and the streets so far is costing you $4.6 million. Yes. Yes, they are. Up here. Well, that's not good to do, you know, to rake up a thing like that. That's what I've been wanting to avoid. But now when the damage is done, it cannot be undone. Unfortunately, but that's how it is. It was this thing where I was forced to build a road. I could not get a dirt track in. Let's see, let's put up some more houses. That was this dumper. Okay. More houses, you said. Yes, more residential buildings, such as this one. And I think that we have a pattern here that is quite good. I mean, if we want these people to do something, we do want a bus platform in here too. Very, very central, like here maybe. Just in case we'd want them to do something. I think that you get in here. You have to. You won't. No, and down here feels a bit. It's not too distant, but it just feels a bit off. To have it. Do we need that? No. Maybe like this. Then the buses won't have to. Can't build due to infrastructure. They seem very sensitive about the infrastructure here. I have to say. Yes, asphalt road. And then, yes, since the bus platform ended up there, we'll go back to residential buildings and more of the exact same type. It's how it works. I mean, anyway, you can. It's a Tetris, you know, with tower blocks is what it is. That ought to do it. Get building on the streets, please. 4 million rubles or $6 million or something thereabouts. And when these are done, we'll try something here. This should also be connected, of course, but it will disturb. Yes, it will disturb. Let's wait with this until a more appropriate time. However, the appropriate time for this to be finished and this silly thing business to stop, that is about now. Is what that is. There's 57,000 rubles that the experts wanted, and that's fine. We can take it from here. Let's see here now. What do we have? We have this. We have everything here. We just need to wait for the streets. Meanwhile, I mean, there is quite. We have expanded further on this area now. It is going to get incredibly painful to be around here later on. It already is, regards to the frame rate. It's the way it is. What's going on with the steel mill? It's running at about 50% capacity. That's what it is. Very nice. Maybe we should build another boat or something. How are they doing on the palace of the Soviet? They claim to be about halfway there. No, but about 30-something%. You're missing electrical components. Yes, they did need. Yes, they did need a whole lot of electrical components. I seem to recall that they wanting that, and that might put a little bit of strain on the system. If you have already eaten up all the electrical components that they had in here, that was not a lot. That was only 16 tons. That was to build, what should we call it, street lights basically, and a bit of power line. That was not to build the palace of Soviet. You want 800 tons of it. 800 tons? Are you insane? How the hell are we going to do that? I see a train cargo station coming. This is what I do. How do we get that? Well, there ought to be. There ought to be plenty of options to hook up onto. Anything that is two-way around here, no, not as such. Well, this is two-way. This is two-way. We could just go here maybe and have a... see what we can do about that. Is it in here? Maybe storage-related things. No, but one place you'd find it would be on the railways. That makes quite good sense. It is very large, though. And, I mean, do you need also a road cargo station? I mean, if you could get a road cargo station in here as well, then you'd be like all set. Let's see what we can do. But it is very large, the road cargo station. It is too large. Road cargo station. You see, it is not possible. There is no way that will succeed. So what we'll try and do, either we can have them go straight to it. It might work quite well. Let's see about the railway. Here, something very, but it okay. Yeah, but this is very long. This station. We should have had it a bit further this way, maybe. I don't think it can hurt anything. cheaper to have it further back here. As a little bit. And we'll just cut across here and join up to there. That's what we'll do. And put one of these about... not the chain, just a regular one, please. There we go. That ought to do it. Now I can get the train in here. Yes, we can. Speaking of trains, we need to go and have a look at the train factory and see how that's doing. What was that? Was that electrical components, maybe? Your drink. No, electrical components have not been as of yet. But let's see what we can do about the this. It is called loading thing, conveyor pipe engine. It's not storage. It is not. Sure, it's not storage. Pretty sure it's not storage. Yes, no, it's not storage. It's something else. Is what it is. Railroad construction office is certainly not. Production line, cooling tower, gas station, forklift facility, mine, hospital, shop, pub. Where is it? Cargo station. There it is. Road cargo station. Road cargo station. Which one is it? That is the one you want. This looks very, very small. This is the one you want. I think this is the one I have tried before. We have used on several occasions here. Now, we're not going to tear down the approach to the bridge for this, so screw it. What we'll try and do is to get as long a street as possible in here for them to... So the queue for this place will not cause too much problems with... I suppose you could do that, yes. Too much problems with traffic going here. But there is very little traffic going here nowadays because it's not in use. This is the construction train that is going to build this. What kind of a route are you taking? You're turning around out here maybe in the funny bit, but the train went in here in this block and it is enormous. It is very large. Well, as it is quite large. That's a steel train that's moving. Have they gotten to the point yet where they need like 1 billion tons of steel? There is 1,268 tons of steel on the construction site. That's not bad. They seem to require a whole lot of electrical components though. Is that just to get the price up or something? Well, maybe. It must be something very, very high-tech, this Palace of Soviet. Are you moving yet? Yes, now you're moving. Finally. And eventually we'll get the train for this as well, but I think that, yes, go and have a look at the train station. Let's see what route it takes here. It's going to do this, it's going to turn around here, and then go straight into it. But when this train gets let into that block, now it will stay there for a little bit, and that will of course cause some concern or issue. Here we go. We're rolling past the train diesel station as a tanker is loading up. We had green. That's it. It's ours. Now we are building this. But at least it is very, very, very efficient and quick. This is extremely, extremely efficient rail building. I don't think that this is any more quicker at the actual work than the regular one is. It's just that it brings a whole lot more stuff with it. Which is how you do it, of course. You use the railroad you have built to bring the resources to continue building the railroad. Yes. Sort of. Are we getting a queue or something somewhere? I don't even know where the entrance for this is, you know. There are so many. But there are no trains around, so either they're stuck somewhere or they are out and doing useful things, maybe. Are they finished on the gravel? Sort of, yes, but they still need concrete. So they are not quite finished on the gravel, but it will. They have used most of it. Are you finished? Yes, you are finished. Very nice. Yes, train construction thing area here. That's where we want to go. And apparently we have hoppers, and here they're full on a place to store finished vehicles. What are we going to do with all this? It's a bit silly is what it is getting to be. Berra, where are you? Here, Berra. Old Husqvarna. This is not Berra. This is Berra. Yes, you go to the railway production thing, but don't go to the custom house. In fact, let's uncheck this just to be certain. What we wanted you to do is to go to here, maybe this one, the second one. Which I hope is the third one. I think it figured it out. What are you worth? 76 million rubles or $38 million. Okay. Alvaret shopping center is on fire. Okay, and that got you going on another one. Do we want that? What we want is covered hulls for electrical components, and we don't seem to have any. What? No, covered hulls are in or boxcar is what you'd say, you know. Regular, most often, yes, boxcar. Filled boxcars, please. We seem to require. And we don't have. We don't have. What's the matter? Where are all the boxcars? Are they in this train depot? Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on then. No, in here there are 2 construction cranes. Yes, we're holding on to them dearly. We can sell them if we need some rubles or something. Steel mill is not at that great capacity right now, but it is temporary. This is pretty good though. We can even increase further, I think, to get even more. But no, we cannot. Yes, we can. As long as the aggregate export here is not full. we still have capacity in the processors to do more. Yes, we have headroom. Yes, and this ought to be done not too far from now, I don't think. Oh, let's have a look down here. Oil refinery, oil business. 320 workers in here. What the hell? That's a bit much. We don't have anywhere near enough oil to sustain 300 and whatever it was workers. We don't really need that neither. Because, this is completely fine as it is. 10,500 tons of diesel we have here. I mean, what we could do, we could build another ship and have one do fuel and one do bitumen, and become an oil exporter, fuel, refined petroleum product exporter in the golden age here, when the oil price is. Wait a minute, it's the years go by so quickly. I don't recall. It is perhaps on a temporary recovery. Yes. 205 workers. That's an enormous amount. Do we want you to be doing this at this rate? I mean, there are. Yes. What is happening with this? Not this, but over here. The truck, the oil that we truck in. 2 trucks are nowhere near enough to take care of this. Obviously, 3 trucks are nowhere near enough to take care of this. The line is Olia. I suppose we can have more of these. We do have more of these, don't we? If not, we're going to get more of them. A lot of cars has been made, it would seem, and it's full again. Another space for vehicles is full. Here we have tankers. 2 more. At this point, it's almost time to build a railroad or a pipeline. There are only 2 pumps out there. So it feels a bit overkill to have to build a pipeline. And this is also overkill because we don't need this. We simply don't need it. And how far do you stretch here with the construction thing? Auto search. Well, you actually get to here. Maybe you would even get to these. Should we try one? That's my main concern here, is getting a construction crew out here. Say this one. This is almost the furthest away. You only go to there, okay. Why? It just happens to be exactly where the mud path is. I doubt it. Or won't they do... fine, we can do this then. We can do a paved road if that's what you want. But you're going to be the ones that are paving it. do you auto-search? Do you find this? Yes, you found this. But okay, that's your limit. That's where as far as you go. I see, but that's fine. Then we will have to do something. Do we really need it though? That's again the question. Because it's a lot of work to build a pipeline. I mean, this would need a pipeline. And these are very good since you don't need to build a substation. But instead you need a lot of switches. But you need those you would need anyway. Yes, the substation needs a switch as well. So that's the case. Such is it. Yes, that's true. 12 firefighters, excellent. Plenty, very good. Just right amount. Meat, how much meat? 20 tons of meat. It's maybe not just the right amount, but it's doing all right. It's what it is. This is another bus line, There's like they're coming from every which way. There's the butchers from all the way from Hansasino. These people are being driven. That's a long way. They're just passing through Molna. They're just about halfway. Yes, come on, Molna. You're in there somewhere. There you are. Yes, bushes from Hansasino indeed. Yes, Molna. You want to be over here if you want to see things happening. Oh, you see, the kindergarten is finished. And one more thing that we're going to need, like a whole lot of these. And I think, hope, and so on, that no, they could not be built without disturbing the road. So we're not doing it. We're just doing these bits here. And later on, this will be connected to the street as well. I might be taking this a bit far, but that's the way it is. But here it is already broken, so we can continue. This may be here too. But the street has a sidewalk, so you'd prefer to walk on that anyway. Yes, but for a bit of variety, paved footpaths would be quite nice, if we could have. Wouldn't it? Or maybe not. What's this then? This is the shopping center. This is very important. Yes, but I think that we would want to do this, in fact, and then come up here. Where's the street for it's right there. We don't want to do this, but we want to do quite about this. Quite about that is what we want to do. Yes, perfect. And then this is how you should always do it. Apparently. This is now 171,000 rubles worth of footpathing. Here I don't quite see the need. You know what we don't have yet? pay for footpath? Is it still exempt, or do we build it this time? We pay for it because it will cause issues, I think. We don't have a pub. We don't have a pub equipment for citizens. Pub. Where the hell are we going to get this in? Out here. I'm pretty sure this is a very good spot for it. Pub. That will screw a bit with the road, so we'll only do that for now. Yes, and of course, and in the center of town here, we'll have a transformer. A transformer is what we'll have, and I think that we'll have that was a good one. That with the walking connection, which is not that one. I think it has a power transformer. It's not, what's this? Small power transformer, medium. On hill terrain you can build a road first. Oh, this, I see what it is. Okay, it has and it also has a built-in high voltage switch, maybe. Very useful. I think this is a high voltage switch and power transformer combined, is it not? But that's not what we want. We want a substation, electrical substation or something. The cargo station. Come on. It is so difficult to power substation. Yes, and quite central, if you wouldn't mind. Where do you want to hook up the electricity? Did we build the switch? Yes, down there. You already decided. Okay then. We try and get it in like here is an excellent spot, for example. Because here people don't know. I mean here. In these people's backyard, maybe. No, you can't build your infrastructure. It's very tight here, you know, with the things. This is too tight. It's not going to fit an electrical substation. Here is not very central, but it will have to do. And medium voltage will take the heavy duty stuff. As it would have been quite handy if there was an extra connection here, you know, but there isn't. So we're going this way and this way, and then on to over there as. Oh, this is lovely. God, this is not a recommended way of doing it. Let's see, the whole Basarak is about to be empty, and it has also made its way through. Either it or something that was consumed previously. So I think that's I mean, we could have it here. It is 1 hour 20 minutes about, not quite, but about approaching, which would be plenty. These always drag on, you know. Yes, but maybe yes, we will do it. We will be back and we'll see what happens. Yes, cheers. And we're back, and just as the last bit of street here is going to be is about to be finished, we just need 40 workdays, and with this crane that will be done, you know, in no time at all, if just one person. But here I think there's 21 people are coming. That's great. It's what it is. It's great. So, but still, there's nothing here but streets. I haven't done it like this before, but we'll see. I don't know how long that took. A while, a good while it took. One can also notice that the dollar account has decreased significantly. Yes, we shall explain later. Here, but there we have it. The last bit of street is finished. Now there are only some final touches here. We'll have this here. Get going on that, and of course, first of all, there is one thing that we need before anything else, and that is the shop. Yes, no. We do a mud thing here. Yes, we want some action now, so that's what we do. And later we can never upgrade that. That will forever be a mud path. That's how it is. And now all sorts of construction officers should throw themselves at the opportunity to participate in the construction of this. Here, Polochevo small shopping center too. Yes. People don't seem to like this. They prefer watching television. They do. You know, since it is a bit quiet here for the moment, it is a loud background thing. I hope that will work out. Thank you so much. There we have it. Or rather here. Yes, now we should see if it would spring into action then, as one put it. But yes, I think it will. And if we want to see more things spring into action, we can connect footpath at a few very select locations, and that will have quite an effect. But for the moment we're waiting for concrete, gravel and asphalt to do this. Dumper. Yes, you're on your way. Gravel is coming, dumper, mixer, concrete is coming, and more gravel is coming. More concrete is coming. Yes. Okay, 12,000. Well, and here, moln asphalt plant. Okay. So that, you know, this at this rate, nothing has happened yet. How much? 1 million these days is the price of a small shopping center. Or 740,000 rubles. Yes, that will. Okay, it will not spring into action quite so quickly, but things will start to happen here. Because then we can have all of these things, you know, will be built like in a great movement or something. But we need the shop first. We're not bringing in people before we have food available, if we can avoid it. Yes, and in this case we can avoid it. I wonder if the current distribution offices will handle another shop. I don't know. I think that we could stand another one. You know, that's. I don't think that will be hard to live with in the slightest. We will just have to remove a bit of mountain here. I seem to recall that this mountain is quite malleable as far as mountains go. But it is very malleable as far as mountains go, but it is also quite tall. So there is a lot of malleabiliness that we need to try and take care of. Yes. Come on. That will do it. Medium distribution office. No, small. Yes, medium distribution. Come on. It's very close to being there, but not quite. I think the diggers are actually quick. What did you do now? Yes, they might be quicker, but they are also a bit more aggressive. Yes, but this now, look at this. We can do, and then we can use the bulldozers to do the finlir, the fine stuff. Yes, that's more like it. There we go, perfect. You see, that was quite efficient. Not so bad. Here we dug a bit deep. Or it is, no, we did not dig a bit deep. It's just that it is simply not possible to make terrain more steep than this. It cannot be, I don't think. Anyway, so now we definitely have a space for a medium distribution office. Yes, finally. And a road. And to have a mud path all that way. No. Yes. We need this quickly, but you'll never be able to be without it. True. Might live to regret that bit. We can see. You still haven't gotten any asphalt here. You haven't done any... Yes, you have done a little bit. No, you haven't done any work. I don't think you've done any work. Why isn't the asphalt coming? Here? Yeah, 12 tons. That's about what we need, And you're moving at 80. That sounds pretty decent. Or a dumper. The wireframe is on. There we go. It's coming. Hurry. Yes. You want to get going and get started on the work. And they could also have brought an excavator or a bulldozer out here. That could also help an excavator especially. Yes, you see over there that was quite an impact that we made on the landscape. Right there. I say it will be green soon. It will be bare though, unless we plant trees, and that rarely happens. Now construction is running without issues. Very nice. Very nice. But they're doing groundwork, so they haven't gotten very far. No, we have put in like not even one workday yet. Out of 580. 508 workdays. Sounds like quite... it's easy to build one of these. It's about the same time as this length of road or street. About speaking of which, how are you doing down here? Down here? I don't know. All the way over here is where it is. Where it is. Okay, you got all the way there. Very good. We have more work for you to do. Here. a sign. Like so. Then we do a little bit of we do gravel here. The firefighters will lead. All the help and all the odds on their side that they can have. Okay, but that's not what you want to do. No. Okay, careful now here, Elias. There we go. That's much more like it. And that's problematic because that is splitting up the thing. Damn it. But don't do. What are you doing? Come there. There we go. Now I think that this messed up, and that they cannot get to this one anymore. And that they are trying to get to that one, maybe. We shall see what are they trying to do. They're not trying to do anything, because I did not click anything before. We have to do that. This is a bit tedious. But these roads ought to be... No, that's the same length that the mud road went. It didn't make any difference. Oh. Isn't there anything closer to here? Grigoridotta. Not quite. It is. It is out there. It is what it is. Do we have? Molna is like the closest thing to the closest civilization that we got. Yes, this is. We definitely need to upgrade this to be an asphalt road. From here. Well, would we want the inner track? I think we would want the inner track, you know. Let's see here. What? That. It will be a bit of a hump. It's how it is. Otherwise you have to take it back a little bit here. Yes, and then do it again. Sort of. And somehow do this. Try and do a... No, you have the wrong angle to do a slightly quicker corner. Now that will have to do. I'm not sure it makes any difference whatsoever, but maybe. And I suppose we should build a construction office out here too then. I'm not going to click every little electrical thing and everything, you know. Not. So let's do it. Let's have a construction office here at the crossroads. Here, we can also have the fire station here. Need a free excavator. I don't have one. Is it really too far away from the current one? The other side maybe looks a bit flatter. Could it be... come on. Yes, careful now. Very good. No. Decent. Want that, we want this instead. Yes. And you should get auto search by someone. I'm pretty sure. But you will have a long way to go to get stuff. You will have to go all the way. You will have to go here. Or what could you do? You could go over here. Actually, this is not too bad. This road is a bit unoptimal, you know. But if we were to do here, is this within reach of construction offices? Maybe it's over there. How far away do you search or reach? One could probably do a road at least away a bit of the way. Yes, we're building a new road. From Molna to the oil field. Out there, whatever it's called, Grigoridotta, it was called. You're not curving. Do you curve? Yes. I think that we should be curving that way. That's because that's where we're going. Grigoridotta. Eventually. Yes. What we need to be going. Oh, we need to make it underneath here. It may be a little bit. I think we should do it something like this. Then back this up quite a bit. This one a little bit. Aren't you putting a bit much effort into this road here? Maybe. Maybe just ever so slightly too much. I mean, the landscape is completely flat, so it does not invite to exciting road building. Regrettably. It was underneath the water at some point. Apparently. What are we doing here? We're driving in supplies and workers. Yes. I think something like this. And then we'll have supplies, rather workers, fire station, and thing as supplies. Supplies, yes, they'll be going that way. They'll be fetching things over in Molna. Maybe. This road is $16 million or 8.7 million rubles. Yes, let's get going on the project. How many workdays? I did not look. How many tons of asphalt? Don't know that neither. Yes, did you get... yes, you did. Although only one. But it's... they'll get there. Eventually. There is one out here somewhere that could probably be convinced to help. That is you. Though you have work to do here. Quite a bit of work to do, even. Yes, why not plumb in, the fire station and the thing? Fire station, bus platform, and what have you. Okay then, that's equipment for citizens. Equipment for why are we expanding into this oil field? because it's an exercise in how to do it, and we're getting better and better at exploiting oil fields and so on. Yes, that's where we're doing. Fire station. Yes, there it is. No, here is where we'll have it. Don't mess about with this. I don't have a free excavator or thing at the thing. No. Ugh. Yes, thank you. I will have free excavators later on when I don't need them. Yes, then we'll have plenty. And could we provide you with like a shorter? No, it is the long way that you have to go here. And I mean, to do this, you will have to go to Polochevo. That's where you have to go. You know, this tunnel will come to use, but it would have done a bit more use over here, maybe. Because here, you know, it's at the end, basically, of the thing. Of the hump in the landscape. You'd want it... I don't know where you want it. We don't have anything here. It doesn't matter. We don't want a tunnel here at all. We just have it. Because we wanted to build a tunnel and see how that was to build a tunnel. And here they have started working on this. Yes, it will only be a small matter of time before they're done. Yes, only out to here, you know, they're going. But yes, this is not what we're building at the moment, actually. This is just the, you know, secondary thing. This is the primary thing, and it's about to be completed. There's a small shopping center. We could also really use the distribution office, but that will be a while longer. Oh, there we have it. It's done, and it is very much on the corner there on the street. Yes, very, very tight. And now we can do safely connect up all of this and thereby get people in here and things, all sorts of stuff. Don't need all of them maybe, but we will have they will have plenty. That is what they will have. No, not that plenty though. It's not too sharp a turn. Come on. You can do this. You could do this, you know. There, you can still do this. Very nice. There you have it. Up onto here. But that's, yes. It's not really necessary. But that might have been of use. Okay, anything else while we're at it? Yes, a little bit more here. And here, why not? It is not possible to do. And here we should also have, and here, and definitely there, and definitely here is very important. It's like the most important bit. Yes, that was to do it. 190,000 rubles left, 163,000 rubles for this. 1,372 rubles left. Yes, you plenty of people have come to work here, which is lovely and all. But you know, maybe you should be You should be working on these buildings instead. You see here, there is already arrived some stuff. Some things has arrived. That's the construction office. The distribution office is nowhere near done. And this one... you do food, right, don't you? Do you load food anywhere? Unload shopping center, unload. Road cargo station, load food, Swage road cargo station. Yeah, sounds about right. Then if you wouldn't mind doing another place, but I think you would, you could well mind. This building is incompatible. Yes, but this one is not. This one is very much compatible. Yeah. Oh, you would do another one. Great. Yes, unload everything. And keep them, fully stocked. Of course, and the balance that we'd want is like mostly food. Yes. Do we have a refrigeration truck available for them, you think? Now that we're over here, we sort of need to explain what happened with the money too. Yes, pretty soon. No, we don't want to go there. We want to go here and see if there is a refrigeration truck available. I think there ought to be one here somewhere. We have we have everything except the thing that we need. I actually think that there is. We could do this. This is a very handy thing if you use it. The refrigeration truck is not in here. Refrigeration transport. While you're traveling. So the answer is no. Then computer says no. We have no refrigeration trucks. We're starting to get quite a few dumpers though, so we can stop that and instead do refrigeration. Where are you? That one. And in some sort of color scheme, such as that. Yes. But okay, that will be 1,200 workdays to you to make that. Yes, so they'll be without meat for the moment. Harsh. No one actually lives here, so it's people that are too lazy to go to that shopping center that are walking here. They can be without. And actually people wanting meat don't even come here, because they only come if the shop has what they want. It's like with the fuel for the vehicles. And the fuel for the workers works the same way. More or less. I see a bit of a potential shortcut here. Wouldn't you agree? Overlaps with existing construction. It does. I don't think it has to. I think that yes. They are still exempt. I could not afford it. That's all the rubles gone then. Cancel contract. Finish on your own. Here, cancel contract, finish on your own. 13 workdays, 4.5 tons of gravel remain. Didn't I get anything? What happened with the money then? It was so small amount it didn't even do anything. Maybe, I don't know. What should we have the work? Yes. And this is heavy construction traffic, as usual. Very nice. That's how it should be here in den traditionella bondediktaturen. Why isn't this bit finished? Cancel contract, finish on your own. Continue construction. If you could. Yes, about the train, about money. Yeah, that thing. You know, I realized that we had another locomotive in here. This, you know, the Class 55. I mean, it's a passenger locomotive, and we don't quite do passenger services. We don't have any passenger stations. We don't have any, but it is very quick, 160 kilometers an hour. So, I mean, just for that, if nothing else. So went ahead and got ourselves the license to build it. And it's about to be finished, the first one. It's like really about to be finished. I wonder, this is a brand new locomotive. Will doing this, voiding the warranty, it cannot do it on its own. I understand. Or void the warranty, but unseal it, I suppose. Yes, unbox it. That's unboxing it. Yes. Oh yes, this thing too. I forgot about this thing too. This is meant to transport electrical components up to Husqvarna and the palace of the Soviet, because that needs a tremendous amount of electrical components. Needs to go in here then. What are you doing? You're getting electronics. So it's go in there, and we need to be specific that we only want electrical components. And then you go up to about here. As I even had to send Lisa out to get the money for that license, for the blueprints. But now we have it. And I mean the bitumen. But it's good that we get a use for the bitumen. And of course you should be... you should go here, and here we try and do a little thing. You should wait until unloaded, and as such, yes, I think that we could be able to use the construction office here, set its source for electrical components to this place. No. This building requires a connection to another building where the required resources are stored. Why can't you load it directly from the train? Annoying. Very annoying. This track though is very, very defunct. You know, it's so much. There we have it. It's gone. But to be stored, you said. To be stored. So if I hooked up a loading thing to this, that must work. Yes, that must work. Otherwise, I don't know what to do. But then we'll try and get a smaller one in here. A cargo station. Road cargo station, isn't this one? Yes, but that is very large still. You see, they cannot build using infrastructure. You don't say there's a damn railroad in the way. But here, there does not have to be a railroad in the way. You see? And I think a gravel road will suffice. Nicely, they won't have time to get up to speed here anyways. Where are they going? They are going into Palace of Soviets, so I will hook them up here. Okay, so it's another couple of months here before we find out how that works, if that works. But it must. Yes, it must be the same as this. We actually have 16 tons of electrical components here now, and we could resume construction on this. Because it's been cancelled for a while, which has allowed steel and things to build up. You see, we actually have quite a bit of steel at the moment. Steel, where are you? There are 5,100 tons. Pretty decent. And of which 2,169 is stored here at the construction site for the Palace of the Soviets. So it is a bit... I'm afraid that it is very much having an impact on the frame rate here, so you can see, but I'm hoping that at least some of that will be alleviated when it gets finished, but I'm not certain. It might even get worse. Who knows? So here, Warstock Road Cargo Station. Nothing will happen there in a long time. This will get finished before, because they can go here. So it is, and it is without power supply. How can it be without power supply? That is a shame that we need to fix. Electronics, yes. Electric substation is what we need. And I suppose it would be easiest here somewhere. If we could do a road up here. Yes, we could. And then, is there anything to connect to? That is the foreigners thing, and that doesn't work unless you import. So there is nothing. There is one connection available on the transformer. Okay, well, we can make use of that then, if we're just responsible and do a bit of switching here. Angle of connection is not too sharp. It is very much sharp, but not in such a manner that it would be a problem. Where are you going out to there, and could we thread it through here? I think we could. I think we couldn't. I think we could. There is a building in the way. I think we couldn't. I'm going to be this stubborn about it, and I'm going to try, at least, see if it's not possible. Okay, I give up. You win. Where did you go? You removed all of it, didn't we? Yes, we didn't even start on this yet. We are going there still, yes, which means yes, crossing wires here. Always a good idea. Very, very conducive to keeping, tabs on what's what. But that's it. That will take care of electricity too. I would hope. Yes, it will. What's this? There is no connection available anywhere. This one is severely underutilized, But we can't really cut them off neither here. Wonder how much electricity Palace of Soviets needs. Does it specify? It probably does specify. But that's at maximum capacity, And it is a one of these here. Whatchamacallit? City Hall. Yes. 13 megawatt hours per day. If we have 250 workers in there, that is. Okay, shall we compare that to for example, something extremely electricity intensive, such as a steel mill? Yes. 11 megawatt hours per day, per work day. Yes. Doesn't sound quite reasonable. If that steel mill uses about the same, less than an asphalt plant. I suppose they do use a lot of coal, though. So, yeah, there you have it. It uses about the same as an asphalt plant. 13 megawatt hours. That is if we have 200 workers in here, which we won't. 200, I think that it could fit like, I don't know, 5,000 people in here or something. It looks enormous, is what it does. Compared to it's about this size, I'd say. It's very large. Anyway. Yes. So it's New Year's, should we do a little summary then and see what's going on? Yes, but we'll go over to Polochevo and see how they're doing with the new expansion. Here, they're doing quite nice. The first house is coming along. Here, yes, summary population statistics. We have actually gone down a little bit this year. Escapes have increased somewhat. How was it last year? 2371. This year 3000. Yes, we have more adult children. And they get sick of it eventually. Average productivity 89%. Sounds pretty good. 82 years average lifespan. Yeah, pretty good too. Yes, okay. So we've gone down slightly. I don't know why we've gone down. It's not because of food. It's not quite noticeable on this. Alcohol addiction has gone down. So that's why they're escaping. Or do we have a problem with the alcohol supply? I doubt it. Very much doubt it. Yes, they have alcohol. I think that they'll be fine. You see, I have everything but meat, and that thing is going to take a while to build. However, something that it should be about finished now. Yes, it is about finished. It is finished. What do we do with this? It is, very large. Is what it is. Very long. Yes. You can go here for now. Should we have it pulling hoppers of coal for no good reason at all? Just going around. Why not? Oh, it's a heavy smoker. It's a really heavy smoker. Then, I mean, coal is pretty fitting. And it's English, so coal, or British. I'm not 100% certain it is English or British. Well, I know it went between England and Scotland, did it not? Mainly. I think might also be talking complete rubbish. You never know. But where it was built is what I'm referring to as to its nationality, or what you'd say. Over there, I don't know. You are apparently going that way. In order to get, yes, you would have to. 150 kilometers an hour already. That is quite an acceleration too you got. And please just get the hopper cars, but you will get other things too. You did not get other things too. Very good. I see we're going to have you do this 2 times, because this is not the maximum amount of wagons that you'll be able to pull. Now is it? No. It can be much longer. That's this rail switching yard in the shadow of the cooling tower, so it's a bit of a nerd listening with the rail all over the place, but it works, sort of. Well, not sort of, it actually works. Do that one more time, please. Meanwhile, we're not going to sit around watching it do the exact same thing one more time. But I have a little bit of a feeling about the Hansassino, and something isn't right here. I don't know what it is, but it is. It seems to be very few people in the shop, for example. But no, they are doing very good. They are doing perfect, in fact. So you don't need to worry about them. How many people at the bus platform? 170. Okay then. We certainly don't need to worry about them. Yeah, car dealer. I mean, if you could be a little bit more creative with the parking, which I certainly allow and encourage. Just don't be inconsiderate or be blocking anyone from. And don't be unsafe. Yes, that's basically the parking rules for the realm. Yes. Anyway, yes, they are not very creative. They really need these, very designated parking spaces. You could not park on the street or just here, for example, or anywhere. Really? Couldn't we have like a dirt parking? No, we couldn't, because it would have to. It doesn't matter that it's slow to drive on the parking lot. It would have to degrade the cars, and the degradation. The concept of degradation does not exist, except for your chains of. Your chains of resources and supplies, which does all matter of silly things, such as now it works. Yes. Come on. Why is this so bad? I'm sorry, but just why is it so bad? Come on. It really feels like you're using an old Soviet broken system in your computer. That is a very long train. That is a longer train as it's possible to have. Okay, I hope that we can handle it down at the coal. What are we going to do with this? We're just going to have it drive around or something. Or park it up, maybe full of coal. What's the point of having the quickest train ever and just having it drive around? And what we might do with it one day is to use it for gravel. You never know. If we would like to establish a new area, for example. Yes. The inland is ever elusive for us, but we could build out in small, etapper. But no, I would like to establish something, if anything. This is the middle, of course. Yes, we are not that far from the middle. But instead of doing nothing, what we're doing with this is taking it to. Yes, that was the point. I don't know. We can do a coal tour, I suppose. You could go in here. A tour of the coal parading the coal around. You go to the bitumen place. That's this one. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Yes, you can try and unload if you like. And then why don't you go to out here, Kazinshad. You're very, very long. We might not want to be taking you in here. No, we might not want to be taking you in here upon further consideration. Because there's really no. But on the other hand, you will just go in and go back, turn around, as long as you clear the points for turning around, which you will certainly do. So after that, we'll head straight over, not here, maybe up to here somehow, Oskarshamn. Yes, and we'll head to the train, the rail yard here. Yes, unload, wait until unloaded. And let's hope that no one is set to load coal here. If it works like that, which would not be, very surprised if it did. So, what sort of acceleration we got here? And the acceleration is not really that. What? Yes, you realize you need to need fuel or something. Yes. I don't think that we have patience for sitting around here much more this evening. I think that we're about done. Yes, we are. 2 hours 15 minutes. Yeah, that about does it. That's about enough, isn't it? Damn it. Anyway. So what we have done or accomplished today then is building out, expanding on the original town, on the first town of Polochevo, with a second food shop and a second shopping center. Yeah. Yes, and what have we done more? We built hopefully a means of getting electrical components into this the Palace of Soviets thing. You're still missing electrical components. Those 16 tons that we got you, those went in no time at all, didn't they? Yes, this is not finished yet, so we can't try that out. But the train has arrived. 71 tons. Is that all they had for you? Yes. They now have no electrical components. Is it really that bad? How the hell are we going to get 800 tons of it? You're missing plastics. Plastics? Why don't we have plastics enough for you to be happy? How do you even get supplied with plastics with this, I suppose, Beatas Medium Distribution Office? All related vehicles, mechanical okay. This is how you get supplied with plastics, I would suppose, then. Gas station, yes, we're supposed to wrap it up, but apparently not. Plastic, where is you? Where is you? Beatas Warehouse 3, yes, you don't... No, this is not how you get supplied with plastics. Because both of you need plastics, yes. Then it would... this is how you get supplied with plastics, of course. No, chemicals is how you get supplied this route. I don't understand how plastics gets here. Oh, maybe it's here. Yes, here it probably is. Unload vehicle production line. Swage warehouse. Load fabric. Oskarshamn warehouse. Load mechanical. Storage medium. No. You don't have any plastic. You don't get... there you get plastic. At Beatas Road Cargo Station. That may be slightly limiting to get it from there. I mean, this is a much longer drive. But it might be worth it, because in here there actually are quite bit of plastics, and here there isn't. So you could try and get it from out here. If you like, it's only used for the ship at the moment, and there you have it. And here you load up on plastics and see if that does something. Because we're going to need a hell of a lot of electrical components. I mean, such an amount that it is not quite very completely reasonable. No. Missing resources. Steel. Yes, have they taken all the steel too? No. It's but they are probably using most of the vehicles. Yes, they are. Polochevo, get back here. I mean, this is quite exciting times for the people of Polochevo. Look at this. They are just popping up here and getting that was a lot of people that we got in here. And I think people have moved in here, from surrounding. Here there are no adult children, for example. You see, this is more like it. This is construction. They're all and here I haven't built a road connection. That's why it's they haven't gotten going on it yet. You do that, please. Yes. Then you also want to do a lot of this stuff. Not here apparently. You can be without. You can have one here. You can have one here. You can have all sorts. The pub definitely needs two, and here. Probably missed something very important, but that's it. Oh, fire station. The fire station is finished. Let's go and get a few fire engines here before we're out of here then. 2, 3, say. Click. You see, that's the point. That was my point all along here, is that it is the streets and the roads that take time. Because that took how long? Many months. And that came up in 1 month or something. Yes. It at least feels like it makes a whole lot of more progress. And here there is also a little bit of a chance for improvement, I would say, such as that. You're not supposed to be clicking that button, you're supposed to be clicking the other one now because you don't have any money. Is that so? That is indeed so. But it's fine. We don't need any money. We have everything we need. Yes, 30 tons of meat in the storage there, and this one is full. Probably the next one over is full as well. Yes, this good. We're catching up on the meat finally. Yes, here is where we end on Polochevo and its construction. We can see that there are so many tower blocks rising at simultaneously out of the ground here now that it is a sight to behold. Well, maybe not that impressive, but it is something. Because when you get to this stage with the construction, the level of construction capability that you have, that is pretty tolerable, Yes, friends, thank you so very much for watching. Good night.